friends? Welcome back to another episode of Two Idiot Girls. Woo! How you doing?
Good.
What's new?
Man.
By the time you guys see this, you will have already seen that Drew is at what event? Tell them.
Oh, yeah. I went to the Grammys.
Bow, 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 bow.
Did carpet stuff. How'd it go?
I forgot
really well.
Chapel has like a fuck ton of nominations, so I hope you
Yeah.
get to see her. That's so exciting.
Chapel, Queen. I hope we ran into each other. Hope we got to Kate. I know. I would love to see her. I would love to be able to talk to her. But yeah, at the Grammys. Period. How'd I do, team?
She did have to go alone again, but that's okay.
I know. I'm braving all these solo missions, bro.
Look at you.
But yeah, I'm going to the Grammys. Or I have gone to the Grammys.
I will
sure
have been
it was,
and attended the Grammys.
I will have just attended
the 2025
Grammys.
What was I going to say? I don't ever want to go on another trip for your work shit where we have to go to two places ever again. I don't know why that was just so horrible to me.
Right. I was like, what the fuck have I done since the last time we recorded? Hello.
We went to New York and Minnesota.
We did. And we went to Caleb's party.
Yeah, we did make it this year. Squad didn't make it.
We did.
And it's so funny because it was in a different state. Would have been easier to go to last year's if you think about it.
It sure would have.
But
and you know what's funny is last year I missed it because I had a college talk.
Oh, yeah.
This year I was able to attend both in the same trip.
Yeah.
So, see, look at that. A college talk and Caleb's party. Clock it.
And you filmed a bunch of your show out there.
Yeah, I filmed a bunch of episodes out in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, hey, cold as fuck out there.
I would rather it be like that though than be hot. When it's hot in New York, it's horrible.
Hot in New York is terrible. I just like the kind of cold I was experiencing was so cold that it was making me very upset. When I have a hotel room that I'm keeping at 74 degrees, something is wrong.
So Adam kept asking me, can I make it colder in here? And I said no, because it's already cold.
Yeah.
So we left it at, I think, 68 or 69, which is still too fucking cold because it's -3 outside.
No,
then in Minnesota, he didn't even ask me, and it was colder in Minnesota. And then I woke up and couldn't feel my feet, so I had to change I had to put like extra socks on. It was too much, pissing me off.
I know. He came to glam in my room, and I'm sure he thought it was warm, but I didn't give a fuck because it was so fucking cold.
Because I'm cold, and put a neck fan on if you're that freezing.
I truly, and Adam was fucking freezing there too. He loves the cold, but he's like, this is too much for me.
Yeah, I feel that.
We were walking, and you're right, it is. But
yeah, like we left the fucking the studio Drew filmed in to go to a bodega to get lunch, and I had on just like a crew neck, but I had on my teddy coat on top. So I left my coat inside because I was like, I don't need that. We got outside. I was like, I can't feel my body, and I'm in pain.
No, for real.
Everything
I was like,
hurts.
I was bundled, girl. Everywhere we went, I was like trying to dress as fucking warm as possible.
The only time I wasn't like, it's so cold outside, I need to stay inside, was Caleb's party because it was so warm in there. So me and Adam kept going on the roof to air out and then coming back
and even then, I only got warm one time.
It wasn't like sweltering, but I was like kind of like, I feel stuffy and I need to go outside for a minute. Yeah.
And then I literally went outside and I just turned right back around and went back inside.
Yeah, I just need to put my finger.
It felt like going in a freezer and then coming back in.
Yeah, I felt
it's like doing a cold plunge and then coming back inside. But the party was super fun.
Super cutie, very fun.
It truly felt like the scene of a scene in a rom-com, like coming of age rom-com. Like think Kissing Booth, think Starstruck, right? And then
Exo Kitty,
if you will. And then at the very end, they meet up at the prom.
Yeah.
Or at the big dance.
Sure. And they're standing across the dance floor from each other. Right?
Or if it takes place in like later high school, college.
Yeah.
It's like an event or something where there's like dancing and shit.
Yes.
And they run into each other. Or a big party. But the music was so fun and so fire. We were dancing all night, and we all went dressed as Caleb.
Yes.
Different variations of Caleb.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Caleb,
if you will.
So I went
or
as
30 Shades because he turned 30.
Right.
Why is it called 50 Shades?
Of Grey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You said the joke first. What else would I be referring to, Queen?
Well,
do you not know? I thought you did know. That's why I was asking.
why would you think that I would know that?
Because you've read all those books and watched all the movies.
I haven't watched all the movies, but I have read all the books.
Okay.
So get your facts straight, first of all. Second of all, fact check. Second of all,
okay, so it's called 50 Shades of Grey because it refers to the complex and multifaceted personality of the male protagonist Christian Grey, implying that his character has many different layers and aspects, much like the various shades of gray on a color palette.
I knew it.
Okay, well, before you interrupted me, that's what I was going to say.
You didn't let me finish. That was what I was going to say. You took it. It's like you took the words right out of my mouth.
Anyways.
I was well on my way to saying exactly that.
And I've always said that.
Or at least some variation of that, obviously.
Anyways, okay.
What were we saying? Oh, Caleb. Yeah, so I went as Palmer. Caleb, a.k.a. Palmer, from HBO Max's Sweethearts.
Yeah.
And specifically the Palmer that worked at Disneyland Paris.
And then me and Adam were both the same picture of Caleb, but in one of the pictures he has a hat on and one he doesn't.
So they're like headshots.
It is headshots of Caleb. And then Billy was
the
picture.
press photo.
Billy was the picture of Caleb that he took down. I went and looked at his Instagram. He took it down.
I know. He archives like a motherfucker.
In the episode with Chris Fleming, Chris brings that up to him and he said that he thinks it's embarrassing. And Caleb goes, "You think I'm embarrassing?" He goes, "No, I just think it's like, why do that?"
Like, why do you need attention that badly?
And I'm so glad I brought up Chris Fleming in that episode specifically because it's the most recent episode of him.
Right.
Because in that episode, he talks about the movie Babygirl, which I just watched today.
Oh,
and
yes.
the way that Chris describes it is exactly, he's all lots of forehead touching and breathing and go stand in that corner. Just kidding. Don't do that. He's all, that's the whole movie. And it's true. I watched the whole thing.
Damn.
I was not wooed. You guys know I'm going to fall for the white boy of the month every single time. Mm-hmm. And he is way hotter and more charming and better to look at, I think, in the Iron Claw, even though he, spoiler, dies first. And
he's like fucking 80 pounds heavier.
But like in this movie, he's just like a weird, like he was just odd to me and I didn't like it.
Yeah, it wasn't like drawing you in at all.
No, because I don't even want it to be like, speaking of 50 Shades of Grey, it doesn't even need to be like that because then I would also laugh like that's too much.
Right.
But it needs to be a good in between, I think, if I'm going to take him seriously as the dom in this relationship. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I think people that liked it were saying that they liked like that it was kind of like he was unsure or there was like humor. I
mean, I get that. Like laughing with your partner when you're being intimate is really fun and vulnerable. I get that. I'm not saying I don't understand that. But I'm just saying, and like that's what I'm saying. It's not like I watched 50 Shades of Grey. I'm like, yeah, that's how I want. Like that's not what I'm talking about either.
Yeah.
I just thought it wasn't. I just felt like everyone really hyped it and I was let down, team. I usually fall for white boy of the month, especially A24 movies. I'm going to eat those down, but I just wasn't into this one.
Is there anything you did like about it?
Nope. Even the part where he goes, "Why, you want a cookie?" He didn't even say it like hot, where I'd be like, "Huh." He said, if he said that to me like that, I'd be like, "No," and I'd get mad.
I feel like,
but he's also they're straight, I get behind white boys of the month all the time.
I know, but see, here's my thing, and listen, I haven't seen it. I believe you, first of all, and I haven't seen it.
I just feel like everyone hyped it, and I was really excited, and I watched it, and the way Chris Fleming described it, that's exactly what it was.
And honestly, those are the only reviews I've seen are the polarizing, which is your opinion, or the other, which is everyone loved it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're very
okay. I didn't get it.
Yeah, it wasn't as like the hype didn't seem as like
no, and I don't want it to seem like and if I don't like beans type of bitch. Like it's not that. I just didn't get it, and that's fine. But I can see why other people might. But I just was like, I thought it was gonna be spicier. I thought it was gonna be a little bit better.
Yes, and what I will say to
also,
that note,
no one talked about how her husband is Antonio Banderas.
I knew that from the trailer.
Everyone left that out.
You see him in the trailer.
I don't remember that at all.
Y'all but just don't know what to pay attention to in art. Just kidding.
So wait, in the movie, because I'm gonna spoil it for you guys. So obviously she cheats on her husband with that guy.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie, she watches her daughter cheat. One of the daughters is a lesbian.
Okay.
And she watches her daughter cheat on her girlfriend with a different girl, and the next morning confronts her and is like, "Why are you doing that?" She's like, "I'm just having fun." And she's like, "Okay." But that's what her daughter's like, it's fine. And then she's like, okay.
Her daughter's like, Mom, fuck you.
Yeah. Hey, get out of my business.
Hey, Mom, mind your fucking business.
So she does that. Then when she
That's
tells her
crazy.
husband, you know, I've been cheating on you, but she does it in a really fucked up way, and I'm glad he stands up for himself. She says like, oh, because like basically she's like, oh, like I grew up with such a weird childhood that I like weird things in bed, and you don't like to do it, and so I had to seek out this guy. Like it was like a really fucked up way to do it. And he tells her that has nothing to do with it. You're selfish, you know.
Yeah.
And so he kicks her out of the house. So
She tries to blame him.
no, just like her upbringing of like why she like was seeking this thing out. But anyways,
Oh, I see.
So
I
she-
know, but that's kind of blaming him by saying like you don't
she
want to
did
try
blame
it.
him earlier because she tells him that like she had never finished ever with him.
Oh,
So and then that's been bothering him. Then she tells him this, and she's like, also I've been cheating on you. So I also was confused halfway through the movie because when she finds out her daughter's cheating on her girlfriend, it's because her daughter's swimming in the pool at night with another girl. I'm like, what part of New York City do they live in where she has that big ass pool?
yeah.
And then
they're
I'm
swimming at night.
Yeah, and I'm watching it and I go, oh, they're in a different house. So they have like an actual house. I don't know where it is. And then they live in a high rise in the middle of New York City.
Okay.
So
okay.
when they're back in the high rise, that's when she tells her husband, and then he's like, get out and leave. So she goes to the big house.
Okay.
And then all this stuff happens between her husband and the guy. And it was really like, it was a weird, like fake fight, but not fake. Like it was really random
Between her and who?
between her husband and that guy.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Like men, mono-y mono.
yeah. And it was like,
confronting each other.
yeah, it was just odd. And then the guy leaves and the husband, I think, takes off. Then her lesbian daughter comes to get her and is like, you have to come home. Dad's so sad. She's like, my girlfriend forgave me for cheating. Like, Dad will forgive you. And I was like, what are we watching?
Huh?
What is this? So, anyways.
Okay. And does he?
Yes. And then
What happens to the young dude?
And then the young dude, like, he tells her, well, they get in that fight, like the fist fight, and then he leaves, and then he transfers out of the job. But
then they just never talk again.
yeah, but then at the end, her and her husband are being intimate the way that she was intimate with the other guy.
Okay.
And then
And what is that?
well, if I can't, we're gonna have to cut it out if I tell you what he's doing to her.
Well, just bleep it, but tell me.
So she lays like face down,
Okay.
and then he just like.
Okay.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't like. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like it wasn't this like crazy like I don't know what I thought it was gonna be, but that was it. But anyways, while he's doing that, she's imagining the other guy. That's how the movie ends. I know. The fuck am I watching?
Wait.
I'm watching that while I'm eating my Jack in the Box breakfast. Rude. Enjoying a little OJ. Get on my face.
Oh, what the fuck are you talking? What are you talking about, dog? Hey,
That was the crazy wild fantasy
well, that's
she
not.
had.
I'm saying. That's the crazy cuckoo wild thing that your 50,000-year-old husband could do, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, she tries to do this thing where she's like, I'll lay on my back with a pillow over my face and then you just touch me. And he was like, I don't want to do that because I can't see you. And then she got embarrassed. So that's what I'm saying that, like, I don't know.
like. I am. I'm beyond words.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, that's it?
That,
okay.
That for real.
It, like, pissed me off.
I'm just like, you don't understand. I grew up fucking weird. First base.
No, and then there was, like, a random...
I said first base. That's not first base.
There was, like, a weird thing where she said that she grew up in a cult and then never brought it up ever. That's all she said
And
about
get this. They don't believe in...
It's crazy.
It's sinful.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Babygirl. Subtitle. 2 in the pink. 1 in the stink.
Yeah, but maybe that's what she wanted. Maybe that's where I missed it.
A shocker. That bitch just wanted a shocker.
That's where
and
my
Antonio
confusion
Banderas
was.
couldn't do
He
that
couldn't
shit
do
for
it
you.
for her. Yeah.
You know what? I'm pissed off.
That's what I said.
I'm feeling pissed off.
Like there were some, like there's a thing where she drinks milk out of a saucer on the ground and then he licks her face. But I'm like, that's it. Like All right, friends, we're going to take a quick little break, and this is with our friends at HelloFresh. So with HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. If you're tired of figuring out what's for dinner night after night, especially on those busy weekdays, you can get dinner done the easy way thanks to HelloFresh. It's also super easy to find time to eat well with over 50 wholesome, hassle-free meals to choose from each week delivered to your door. So we've done HelloFresh before. They're one of our favorite people to partner with. They literally take all of the thinking out of cooking. And I've also seen people talk about how they've just reutilized like recipes they've learned from HelloFresh to make it over and over again for themselves, which I think is really cute and fun. Cooking is one of my favorite things to do when my mental health isn't feeling so hot. There's something about making something for yourself to eat that you can also eat again tomorrow. That's really fun and exciting. And I don't know, it's kind of cheesy, but it's really fun and cutie. I also love that HelloFresh helps you save time. So I don't have to measure anything. Everything's already pre-portioned and measured, and I'm just in the kitchen doing my thing. Do you know what I mean? So all of you can get up to 10 free meals and a free high protein item for life at HelloFresh.com/2idiotgirls10fm. One free item per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's up to 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/2idiotgirls10fm. Okay, now back to the episode. I thought they were going to be fucking gross.
It's milk.
Yeah. Or cream. I don't know.
I just like, and this is in relation to the movie. Whatever you do and you enjoy. In relation to the movie, though, I don't know. Like, there's something about degrading acts like that that immediately take me out of it. Other than the fact that we're basically LARPing.
Well, sure.
We're LARPing at that point.
I mean, the whole movie, I kept thinking they were going to do something crazy. So it was like this crazy, like you were just waiting for the climax and then it finished.
But maybe the crazy, and this is me playing devil's advocate, maybe the crazy is just, is really just like impassioned. Like maybe the crazy is literally just like, what if I enjoyed having sex with my partner? What wouldn't that be?
She also told her, she was telling her husband that the way she likes to be intimate is if there has to be huge stakes on the line, like something bad's gonna happen. So like they have like sex in public, they do stuff like so I get that, but like she never asked her husband to do that. She asked him, "Can you touch me while I have a pillow on my face?" Do you know what I mean?
And also like, okay,
I don't know.
You could wear a blindfold or something. It didn't have to be a pillow.
It just wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I think it's just like, honestly, I feel like it's like if I were to put on my film critic hat.
Your Rotten Tomatoes hat.
My Letterboxd hat. If I were to put on my Letterboxd hat, I would think that I feel like the hotness, what those people are describing as the hotness, lies in the subtleties, which is more so than anything at all. It's being very direct and upfront, and men typically do not date like that, not in a way that's ever wanted or pursued. Like,
sure,
like the idea that a man could just be very upfront and very forward about like, I find you attractive. Mm-hmm. I would like to maybe have sex with you.
Okay,
like that like direct, I think, messaging is what makes women be like, oh my, when they watch it, you know what I mean?
No, sure, but I just it was like, that's what Chris Fleming,
it's just like a weird confidence.
Chris says this, he goes, go stand in the corner. I mean, I don't know, that's how Chris reenacted that's what he does the whole movie.
Yeah, that would cringe me out.
He's like, get on your knees, and she goes, what? And he goes, never mind. Hello, get out of my face.
Yeah, it's like, I think that's supposed to be the humor.
Is Nosferatu on? Anytime a movie goes on to whatever on demand,
it is.
I'm buying it.
It is. It's on Apple TV and Prime.
Because I watched Babygirl today.
Me and Billy are gonna watch Nosferatu tonight.
Okay. A couple of days ago, I watched We Live in Time with Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield.
Sad?
I cried from the very beginning of the movie all the way to the end. And I'd get little breaks of them being sweet and cute, but then I'd start crying again, and then it would keep going.
I just can't.
The whole movie's out of order, so like when you watch it makes sense, but it is unbelievable. It was so good.
I can't watch it. I feel like it's too sad.
It was really, really sad.
I feel like it's like, I feel like I can't handle that right now.
No, and you're so real for that. That's why I told people, hey, don't watch this movie unless you want to cry for 5 billion hours, which is what I did.
Ugh, I knew it.
But yeah, it was really good. And then also, team, for all you dorks out there that have been bullying me to watch Arcane, I finished the first season. One thing I do want to say about Arcane is that I called it a cartoon in the last episode and someone complained about it. Sorry, an animation.
When you say someone, you mean a lot of people were really fucking pissed off at you for daring to call it a cartoon.
It's a cartoon. And then people were like, oh, you like Bob's Burgers, but you won't watch Arcane.
Yeah. Next question.
Oh, they like Family Guy.
I saw that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question. And here's the difference. Arcane is meant to be serious.
That's true.
I don't want to watch serious cartoon. Serious cartoon?
Okay.
No. No entienden.
No quiero.
No necesito.
I want a cartoon that is about farts and fucking poop.
Yeah, dog. Like, I'm trying to escape. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I go into Bob's Burgers, I am escaping.
Sure.
That is the point.
So I did watch
they
season
were
1.
mad as fuck at you for calling.
I just
you
told Donnie.
fucking dumbass.
So all you dorks out there, I misgendered legal. That's what it feels. Sorry, animation. I watched the first season, told Donnie about it. Hey, didn't care. Gonna watch season 2 and we'll report back. I mean, I get like parts of it I can see, but I'm just like, I'm not drawn to anything in it.
Yeah.
They can have 100 lesbians in there and I still wouldn't care. I think I just don't care about the like location and like the time period. Yeah. Like
that like cyberpunk kind of like.
Yeah, it just doesn't interest me. So
I agree with that actually.
But I watched
That's why I don't care about Dune.
Because they're doing too much.
Because they're doing shit I don't care about. Too futuristic.
Yeah, I
too
get
like
that.
Dune.
It's too much.
Dune is Dune.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I think.
It's too much.
When people ask me, have you seen Dune? Well, I've seen Dune and Dune is Dune.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
Sure. Okay.
Like, I saw the first one.
Okay.
Didn't watch the second one. Don't remember the first one. Have no interest in doing either.
Yeah.
Kind of feel like I got it.
Yeah, people are like, oh, have you watched the spinoff? I haven't even seen the second one, and I have no intention to.
Dune, the show.
Yeah. The spinoff.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys call it that?
No. I haven't seen Dune.
Dune
show.
to Dune. That's what you mean.
Dune show. Dune movie.
Not watching. Yeah, I feel that.
All of it is Dune.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
Oh, wait. And I've been keeping up with Abbott Elementary. That show just came back. Yeah. And I went and rewatched the finale of Severance, and I have seen it. I just forgot literally everything that happened. When I was watching, I go, I've already seen all of this. And then I caught up on all the episodes. So
nice.
That's a show I want you and Billy to watch it because it's so good. Like, I just watched JSubs make a video about how she's like, this show's going to change the way people make TV shows because the way they talk about trauma and like mental health and stuff is insane, and no one's done it like this before.
I have no clue. Like, not even one. Like, if you had a gun to my fucking head, I could not tell you one singular thing.
Do you want me to give
show.
you a very quick, like, just understanding of what Severance is?
Kind of.
Okay, I'll be really fast. So
Okay.
basically there's this company that has a program where it's called the Severed Floor, like Severed program. So the main guy, he's really sad because his wife passed away and he like can't get over it. He used to be a teacher and he like can't go to work. He's so upset. So people like that, or people who can't hold regular jobs, they'll apply to this company to work on the Severed Floor. And so what happens is they put this little like device in you that when you go in this elevator, it activates the device and it activates this part of your brain that you can't access like in your normal body. Yeah. And so it's like there's two versions of you. So the version of you that's in the building is called your innie, and the version of you outside of the building is your outie, and neither of them know each other. So the innie is in there, and everything's staged like it's in the 70s, kind of like the computers, everything's really old. So the show, season 1 is them trying to figure out what they're doing because they play these little math games, but they don't understand what it's solving. And there's so much random shit that's happening. And the innie's trying to figure out what the outie is doing. The outie doesn't really care about the innie. It's like the innie's trying to get out. So it's really cool if you watch it. I did have to get through the first 3 episodes 3 different times though to remember and understand everything. But Ben Stiller is one of the main directors and creators of it, which is really cool. And then that's why they did the activation in Grand Central Station where they have the 4 main characters and everyone's watching them, because you watch them in the show, but they can't see what everyone's looking at. Do you know what I mean? So it's really well done. I really enjoy it.
I'm blown away because I could not have even begun to imagine that's what the plot was.
Yeah. So that's why it's called Severance, because the program is called the Severance program. And there are a lot of people that are against it because they think it's inhumane to do that to people. But these people they voluntarily sign up for it. And you can't like put notes in your pockets for like your Audi to get when you get out, because the elevator that they go in scans your body and they can find things. So it's really scary. But it's really well done. I really like it.
It's like suspenseful.
Yeah, like a thriller kind of. Yeah. And it's like futuristic, but it's creepy because everything's the time period it is right now. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, how are they that far ahead, but everything else is the same? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In their Audi bodies. So
that's crazy town.
And then they send them in one at a time. So like they don't know who's on which floor. Do you know what I mean? So like all his friends that are on the floor with him, like they never see each other out because they send them out and in one by one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
lost me,
it's one of the best Apple TV shows, other than obviously Ted Lasso. That's my favorite one for sure. Anyways,
that's cuckoo.
Yeah. What have you been watching?
Same old shit. To be quite honest with you.
Every time I start a new show, I go, but I was just telling Billy, I'm like savoring because I'm in the middle of season 14 of Bob's Burgers, and I know there's only 15 out right now, and I'm going to be so sad when I catch up. But then I'm like, well, I'll just start it over.
Yep. That's what I've been doing.
I don't think I've ever, and I have to watch. I make myself watch every episode. Like I don't play it while I'm doing stuff. Like I want to watch even like the beginning part where they show the different stores and the little vermin control people or pest control. I like want to watch all of them, and then it makes me laugh because I'll remember people from old episodes.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever watched a show like that all the way through and been like, I think I'll probably just restart it when I'm done. I've never been like that. Like I've watched so many shows all the way through. Besides Ted Lasso's the only show I think I've ever watched like more than once, but.
Dang. If I had a nickel for everyone I rewatched.
Anytime, when they were in their Modern Family area, and for over a year and a half, I'd come over. That's what was on. Every single time.
Hell yeah. What else? Went to Minnesota.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Did a college talk. Mm-hmm. By that, I mean I sat down. They asked me questions. I talked for an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. I even told Deison, like at one point I was like, damn. Am I like sick of hearing myself fucking talk? Kind of.
I thought you did a great job.
No, it was really fun.
Yeah.
I was just like, am I yapping too much? And this is annoying.
I get that. Yeah.
I was like, for like half a second, I was like, I should like end my thought now. I've been talking for way too long. You know what I mean?
No, I thought everyone was really sweet, and I thought they had good questions.
Oh my gosh, everybody was so wonderful.
We only got to see that one Kaufman Memorial Hall or whatever that place was called.
Oh yeah, we didn't really see much else
of the campus.
And it was fucking freezing.
That cold was like bitter, like it hurt to be outside.
I felt like it hurt me a lot more in New York, but
because the wind, night. Yeah, but no, I feel like
Minnesota is fucking cold.
Literally, when we left New York, I brought my coat off, like out of my carry-on, so then I can wear it when we get to Minnesota because I knew it was gonna be freezing.
Yeah, I dressed real warm a lot of the time. I'm honestly really proud of myself because I packed for a winter trip more efficiently than I think I ever
agree.
have.
I did the same thing.
I was like really proud of myself.
Same.
I diversified. I was efficient. Pat on the back for me.
Same. I agree.
And I brought pajamas on the road, and I love doing that now.
Did you not usually pack pajamas?
No, I would for some reason I would think like pajamas are for home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
did you sleep naked?
No, I would just sleep in like big t-shirts.
Oh, okay, that's pajamas. But you would pack that as your pajamas.
I was saying, yes, I would pack that as pajamas. I'm saying like matching sets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
this trip I wore a big t-shirt and pajama pants.
No, yeah, like the silk pajama sets.
Yeah.
Because my room was so warm, I could wear the shorts and the tank top and be comfy. Dude, wearing those on the road, love it.
I feel that.
I don't know why I never thought of that. Also, do want to say too, because Adam taught me, I'll give him credit for that. Whatever. I did the sock curls, like the overnight sock curls last night. It worked so well.
Oh, like you did them on yourself?
Yeah, but then I went to the gym and sweat all of them out. So that's why they are not currently curled. But when I woke
That's
up,
why right now it doesn't look like they did.
So
they
currently
did
they're not curled even a little bit. But trust me when I say this morning they looked so good though.
I feel that.
And they even kind of fell out a little bit. So I was like, and I did it with no mirror because I was too lazy to get out of bed to do it. I did it with no mirror. And I was like, if I do this again more efficiently with a mirror, it's over for you hoes.
Heard.
I am cutting my getting ready time down by the minute.
I know. When I came home, I washed my hair again, even though I just washed it in New York. But I was like, that was too much travel to not wash my hair again. And I blew out my whole hair in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And when I say blowout, I'm using the shark dice, the shark hair thingy, and it has the hair straightener thing on it. That's a blowout to me. I'm not doing any of that. Don't know how.
No, I used the Rev Air that Adam got me for Christmas. I used it for the first time. Works like a charm.
Nice.
I think I'll get faster with it, but like I think I did a full like blown out, like full blowout, completely dry and bouncy in like maybe 20 minutes.
Is that the hairdryer that Neo It Girl was
Yes.
on? Oh, okay.
That's the one I showed Adam, and then I was like, I'm thinking about buying it, but we'll see. And then I just kept telling him I was thinking about it, and then he got it for me for Christmas, which I thought was so sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah. He asked me if I'd used it yet, and I was like, no. And I forgot to tell him I used it for the first time the day before we went to New York.
Oh, cute.
And it works awesome. And I'm going to have to use it again today because I have to wash my hair again.
Anyways, okay, so for this week's topic, one of our Patreoners, Maddie, she suggested that we do fangirl confessions.
Yeah.
I told you, Drew's like, when's the last time we did an episode like this? It's been 3 years, if you could believe it.
Dang.
Time 2022.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Do you have any fangirl confessions you want to share?
I've laid all my sins at the altar already.
I think we both
As
have.
far as my fangirl shit, please. I am an open book.
I'm trying to think. Who was I? Was it Brittany that was asking me if I liked 5 sauce? Who was I just talking to?
Yeah, it was Brittany.
Yeah, we were laughing about it, and I was like, fully in college.
Of course, it was Brittany.
I was like, I'm fully a senior in college, sitting Drew. Funniest 5 sauce interview moment. That's how depressed I was. That I was like, need a hyperfixation now. It's gonna be 5 sauce.
Yeah, that missed me.
Sure.
Personally,
Which fair.
Yeah, I was too busy being a freakazoid in college
I get
to
that.
develop hyperfixations. I did have them, though, my freshman, sophomore year. But end of my sophomore year going into my junior year, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go clubbing like 4 nights a week. That's cool with y'all, which was bad. But boy, did I do it. And it was a blast.
Okay, so this one's from Amber, and this is literally the first one that came in. She said, I don't know if this counts, but I sobbed hysterically as if someone died in my shower when I found out Zayn was leaving One Direction to the song Spaces. What a great song.
You know, first of all, nice.
Do you remember where you were when you found out Zayn was leaving One Direction?
To be honest, no.
I remember just because it's so random.
Okay.
I had I think I was a junior in college, and it was my spring break, and I really wanted to come home for spring break. And I didn't know how I was going to be able to come home. And then I figured out I could take the train.
Oh, yeah. I remember
and so, my ex, she helped me get tickets. So she went with me. And I didn't know, because she bought it and organized everything, that it was like train to this station. Then I get out and sit there. It's 2 a.m. to get on the next train at 6 a.m. to another station to get out to take bus. It was horrible. It was like a 26-hour trip. I would never recommend it to anyone.
That's crazy.
But I remember my dad my mom had dropped us off at the train station, I think in Riverside. Yeah. That's where I would end, or San Bernardino, somewhere over there, and drop me off. And we were waiting for our train to come. And I was sitting there, and I go, no fucking way. And that's why I found out Zayn from One Direction.
You're right. That is really random.
So I'll never forget that, because I was like, no way.
I honestly don't remember. That was like what, 2016?
15, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was,
2016. Yeah, 2015, because I graduated 2016. So it was before I graduated.
Okay, where was I? 2015.
What
I think
was
I was like a junior in college, sophomore, because you said you were a junior, right? Yeah, so I was a sophomore in college. Me genuinely trying to remember what I was doing around that time of my life.
I know.
I was living in the air-conditioned dorm. Remember that? Yeah, I think I just saw it, and I was like, damn. you know?
Yeah. No,
I was
I
kind
was
of
disappointed,
past it.
but I was like, oh, like that sucks.
Yeah, I was like, dang, took them long enough.
But then we went to the last tour.
We did,
I think
yeah,
that summer,
without Zayn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I was never a Zayn girl, so it didn't hit me like that.
No, but he was one of the best.
He was
the most vocally talented.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he's very talented.
Mm-hmm.
He just like couldn't do it anymore. And honestly, like, I get it. The deeper in this industry I go, the more empathy I hold for like
actual celebrities.
Actual celebrities who do these abrupt things, like quit bands and like leave and hibernate or like do something fucking crazy in the public.
Mm-hmm.
I get like I feel like I get more and more why they resort to shit like that.
I feel that.
So that's why I was like, you know what, King? Do what you gotta do.
Okay, this next one's from Kelsey. She said, when I was younger, I was obsessed with the Harry Potter cast. I tried to write all of them love letters, convinced that they would fall in love with me. And my mom caught me and told me I couldn't shoot my shot with all of them, so she made me pick one. So I only wrote to Tom Felton. I was on the Draco Talk train before it ever started.
That's tea, bitch. That's crazy. You're just in love with every man. every single man that was on
Fred, George, Seamus,
Snape,
Dean Thomas,
Dumbledore,
Hagrid,
Barty Crouch Jr.
and Barty Crouch Sr. She's like Ron's dad.
Karkaroff.
Victor Krum. That's funny.
You know, all the main players. Can I say something about Draco Talk? And if I speak,
I ate that shit up. What do you mean?
Are y'all gonna jump me?
What do you mean?
I see Draco Talk shit all the time, like Hermione talk.
Still?
Shit. Yeah, now, yeah.
Oh. I'm talking about in 2020 when everyone else was doing it, not right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. How old were you in 2020?
I think I was 19.
Yeah, sure. 1993. That's yeah. Let's not cast stones.
I'm
from
saying
glass
that I was
houses.
22, obsessed with myself.
Yeah, I said.
I'm submitting my final project to graduate from college, and that's
Careful,
what I'm doing.
kettle. I think they keep talking about these like three main like huge like fucking fan fictions that are so incredibly popular, and I don't want to get sucked in.
No, I get that.
But it feels like it's whispering in my ear like a fucking pie on a windowsill.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm just Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Like, awooga.
I feel that. Okay.
So we'll see how long I last.
Maybe you just give in.
We'll see how long I resist. Trying to get through my books.
Okay. Do you have any updates on your books for the people? They really enjoyed it. You're on the third one now, right?
Yes, I finished book 2 in the Blood and Ash series. The ending was so unbelievably kooky bananas that I was like, I have to fucking start book 3. I'm pissed off. I was looking forward to veering off course and starting another one, but then the ending pissed me off so bad I had to start the third one.
I honestly think people are gonna find that surprising because a lot of people were commenting that they couldn't even make it through the second book and they had to stop.
I know. And then some of you even
and you're like, I don't know, I'm just better than you guys, I guess.
I guess my imagination is just more dominant. But no, it's solely because I feel like that's the Virgo in me. I just want to finish like what I fucking started. But I hate leaving things unfinished like that. Like book series.
Oh, you don't like DNFing?
No, I don't like doing it.
A lot of people are saying that they DNF Fourth Wing and that it's horrible.
I know, because of the miscommunication trope. I know. But I also know that the world building is really fucking cool. Listen, here's my thing. Who am I?
Sorry, I just read one of these and it's so funny.
My thing is, who am I? What I love about these fucking romance fantasy fucking books is that it is so incredibly subjective. Like what you like. Like that's kind of why I find it so fun. Because it's
how many books are in that one?
In the one I'm reading now, I think like 5 or 6. But I'm on book 3.
Dang.
Dang, I am burning through it.
I wish I knew how to read.
I'll probably still read Fourth Wing, and it'll probably piss me off. I'm sure it will, but I gotta do it. I will say though, can I speak? And if I speak, I've been seeing, because all my Instagram Explore page is Wicked, pictures of nails, and fucking fantasy romance fan art and cosplayers. That's literally
mine's
it.
just lesbians.
That's my whole fucking For You or Explore page. I've been seeing rumors through the reels, right, that they that they are making a Fourth Wing TV show, and that they've cast the main two.
Okay.
And I've seen the dude, and I don't know who he is. I'm sure you probably fucking do. That's rumored to be playing him. I think good looking, bro. I think, sure.
Okay.
I believe you. However,
oh, that guy's so hot. He's in Heartbreak High.
is he in Dune?
No. Or maybe he is. I haven't seen Dune 2.
That's why I have to say it like Dune.
He could be in Dune 2. I don't know.
Dune 2 or in Dune TV show.
But I'm pretty, if it's the guy at the top that I just showed you, right?
Yes.
Him? It's him, right?
Yes.
He's super hot. I really like him.
And then that's the girl.
Yeah.
That they allegedly cast too. So this is all rumored, so nobody knows if this shit is true. But if I speak, would the council hear me? He's supposed to be, and granted, I don't know what he looks like currently, if this is true, but he's supposed to be like 6'5" and fucking yoked out of his mind. Like he's supposed to be on fucking roids, like for real, like
gear?
that, like yeah, on
not
fucking,
natty,
on HGH, bro. Like he's supposed to be huge and like fucking stacked muscle.
Okay.
I'd like if for once they could stick close to the chest.
He is pretty tall. I want to say he's
high. Is not okay. And granted, I don't know what he looks like right now.
I want to
so
say
he could
he's
be
Australian.
He could be stacking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As we speak, he could be. I'm just saying that is a huge moniker of his.
Okay.
Is him being a big dude. And as someone who likes big dudes, I would like to see big dude on screen.
I get that. Not Big Dune.
Not Big Dune though. Dune 2, Dune TV show.
No thanks.
No thanks.
Hard pass.
Big dude.
Okay, this next one's from Lucy. She said, when I was younger, I was obsessed with the brother from Hannah Montana. I wrote him so many letters.
Jackson Earl.
I wrote Jason. Was
Jason Earl.
Yeah.
Plays Jackson Stewart. My B. Please continue.
She said, I wrote him so many letters and had my mom help me make a locket necklace with his face in it. My aunt knew this and decided to take me to a taping where I actually got to meet him. 9-year-old me was so excited I burst into tears when meeting him and I almost peed my pants. Mind you, he was literally like 35 at the time of filming.
Oh my God, you having a nervous breakdown for Jason Earl?
He was one of the funniest characters on that show.
I'll give him that.
He cracked me up.
No, he was really fucking funny.
Yeah.
And I feel like I saw a clip of him on TikTok on like a podcast, and he was talking about how his character was initially supposed to be, I forget, it was like something completely different from what he had, and it was, I think, supposed to be a smaller role. But because he was like, do you guys mind if I like, because he was in his fucking late 20s, he was like, do you guys mind if I kind of like tweak his character a little bit? And then he brought his own like, that like weird spin to it. Was that in here?
No, because that battery's out.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I saw him basically say that he like made a different version that was actually more likable and more lovable, and then they have this like love-hate relationship, him and Miley.
Okay.
But that's hilarious.
That's really funny. Okay.
For it being him of all people.
Out of
so
all
funny.
the characters of the show. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Okay, team, we're going to do 2 more. Okay, this next one's from Melanie. She said, I used to love Magcon past its prime, especially Matthew Espinoza. Me and my friend made a care package for him and apparently never sent it because we found it last year and it had love letters confessing my love for him.
Matthew Espinoza.
I never got into Magcon. That missed me.
Yeah, that's a little too
Did I watch
for me.
Did I watch the Cameron Dallas reality show on Netflix? Of course I did. That's different. And I didn't know who anyone was.
That is not Magcon affiliated.
No, different.
Yeah, they were a little too white for me. Like,
what is Cameron Dallas doing now? I want to look it up.
I almost said something really mean. I found it. It didn't leave my lips. I'll tell Deison offline.
I'm just curious because I always,
like what his tea is right now.
Yeah, I always see like fucking what's his face. I always see Nash Greer and his wife and their kids. I always see them on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well Cameron Dallas, his bio says God has a plan.
Ooh.
So
not a strong start.
Not a great start, team. And this thing's taking
an ominous start.
This
really.
thing is taking so long to load that I just remembered I don't care. So let's keep going.
Who cares what he's up to? Hey, that's embarrassing, Queen.
Yeah, a care package for Matthew Espinoza. That's crazy.
I never really saw the appeal, but also I was in college, so that could have been why.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I don't know. I didn't gravitate towards that. I felt about that the way I do about like dudes like that on TikTok, like the equivalent of that on TikTok. Like it cringes me out a little too bad.
I feel that.
The cringe is too strong for me to bear personally.
I feel that. I felt the same way.
Yeah.
It was too much.
But whatever your tea,
yeah,
I'm happy for you.
I get it. Okay. This is the last one we're going to do. This one's from Elena. She said, I used to be obsessed with 5 Seconds of Summer when I was in middle school. And one year I was watching an award show because they were up for like best new artist or something. I cannot for the life of me remember which award show it was. But anyways, they lost. And I was so incredibly distraught by this loss that in anger, I went to my mirror and cut off all of my eyelashes from my right eye. Yeah, I don't know why I was so heated, but that was my way of expressing it. Anyways, if you're reading this, I love you.
Damn.
To be so mad in middle school that you go, the bathroom and cut all your eyelashes off is so funny.
And just your right eye, as if your right eye did worse than your left. Your right eye deserves it.
He earned it. He had it coming.
And cut them off with what? Scissors? That's so dangerous.
Yeah, scissors probably, yeah.
What I'm imagining too is like you're doing this in a rage, but if you're cutting them with scissors, you have to be careful to some extent.
At least.
So I'm imagining you slowly like cutting your, which
this
is honestly
one's for Michael.
Yeah, and
this
it's just
one's
like
for
it's like ooh, gotta be careful. Got it. It's like there's so much precision to that, like that almost makes it scarier that you were so careful about that, meticulous about that.
How long did they take back to grow, Elena? I'm curious.
Also, too, to be like, I also imagine too in my head that it's taking so long to do that so patiently that by the time you finish, you're like no longer mad. So you're like, there's no need for me to do the other eye. Like, I got it all out.
I think one's good enough.
Like, wouldn't that be funny if you're like, I'm tired. I want to go lay down.
I'm pooped. That took a while.
Well, that really did work. I
took it out of me.
I don't care anymore.
I feel a lot better now. Well, I feel better. How do you feel?
Today drained me.
Do you think she did her bottom lashes too, or just the top?
I have no clue, but that's why I like to think that you were going for so long, you just tuckered yourself out. You just laid down and took a nap and then forgot about it.
I feel that.
That's crazy.
Anyways, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Two Idiot Girls.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed it. If you're in Vancouver, Canada, you should come to our live show.
Yeah.
All the information's in the description box below. Make sure you buy Drew's book. And make sure you sign up for our Patreon because we post really fun and different content on there that you don't get to see anywhere else.
Yes.
But other than that, we love you and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.